Subscribe to our sports journalist, who documented the tournament and the current epidemic. The 2020 NFL Draft will be remembered for those unforgettable images of coaches and general managers flanked by laughing kids and amused-looking dogs. Many wondered if the most highly anticipated draft in NFL history would run into technical glitches, but no one could forecast the seemingly spontaneous new normal, families and animals and makeshift offices inside the homes of coaches, GMs and players. As we change to bring you coverage of this unexpected NFL Draft, flavored again by the unprecedented success of Alabama and Auburn football, so too have we adapted and fine-tuned our pandemic coverage to serve Alabama. Our audience data tell us that you appreciate the work we're doing and that you're relying on our unique brand of local journalism to keep you and your family safe and informed. We've broken records of readership over the past 2 months, even as the advertising that supports the work of our newsrooms across the state has dried up. That's why we need you to support our work by subscribing. I'm reminded this week how versatile reporters can be, as we just observed the 9th anniversary of April 27, 2011, tornado outbreak that devastated Alabama. On the eve of that year's NFL Draft, I was covering Alabama football and lived just a few miles shy of the tornado that cut a mile-wide swath through the middle of Tuscaloosa. I spent the next week reporting through the rubble. The experience changed my mindset as a journalist forever. The pandemic has seen many from our sports staff make similar shifts. Michael Casagrande and Gianna Han, who cover Alabama and Auburn respectively, have joined a newly launched economics team and are showing their versatility beyond stories about the Crimson Tide and Tigers. Tom Green, also an Auburn reporter, has stepped up to take on stories about those we've lost during the pandemic. Columnist Joseph Goodman shifted gears from writing about Tua Tagovailoa to volunteers in the Gate City community walking the streets and feeding the hungry. John Talty, who leads our sports team, continues to write about how collegiate sports might return while managing the sports staff and teaming with John Hammontree to guide the economic impact reports. Talty also did a masterful job of managing our NFL Draft coverage, again bringing the most important stories to our audience, while Matt Scalicher managed our sports video and social media efforts. That included Wes Sino's incredible video draft series Road to the Pros, which featured inside looks into preparations for Henry Ruggs III and Marlon Davidson through draft night, which included a phone call between Ruggs and Las Vegas Raiders coach John Gruden, something only AL.com could provide. Watching Alabama and Auburn stars celebrating their entry into the NFL was a reminder of better football Saturdays ahead. AL.com has been the go-to source for Alabama and Auburn sports coverage for more than 20 years. When I spent time overseeing the NFL desk at USA Today, Alabama and Auburn often crossed paths with the NFL. No matter how big or how small the news might have been, the first place we checked for its validity was AL.com. That remains the case today. When sports resume, we want to be positioned to bring you the dominant coverage and unique stories we have so many times during an incredible decade plus for Alabama and Auburn athletics. That's why your support now means more than ever. Your $10 monthly subscription will help support our journalism by sending our reporters to the stadiums to cover the games and to ask the important questions along the way. The season ahead, whenever it begins, will be like none other, and our staff stands ready to bring you the stories you won't find anywhere else. Izzy Gould is AL.com's Senior Director of Content. You can reach him via email at igould@advancelocal.com or follow him on Twitter @IzzyGould.